Yes, people, and welcome back to another video on the Bridge YouTube channel where we bring you all things Chelsea. I'm your host, the Most Bridge 258, here today to give you the preview for Chelsea versus Liverpool at Anfield around about 8 p.m. if I'm not mistaken. Here we go. So, as always, I will start with the opposition team and some of their stuff previous. So, starting with Liverpool, obviously they just beat Norwich over the weekend 4-2, if I'm not 5-2 if I'm not mistaken. They've also, of course, if I'm not mistaken, won the Carabao Cup game against Fulham. Played in the FA Cup as well previously, so they've been in a good amount of form, winning their games pretty consistently. At the end of the day, even though they've had injuries, of course, to Robertson, Simicast, TAT. Salah obviously went out for AFCON and then got injured, so he's not going to be back until the end of Feb, if I'm not mistaken. Obviously, Alisson's been out injured too, if I'm not mistaken, as well. So they've had quite a few injuries, of course, but they've been able to go through that, and now they've got, I think, the majority of their players back and returning. So going to be interesting to see, at least from the Liverpool perspective, what is set to happen and what is going to happen at the end of the day. So interesting to see at the very least. As you know what their style of football is. Very attacking football, high line. Darwin Núñez is on the left as usual. Jota up front, and Luis Diaz on the right hand side. So again, Luis Diaz is going to be very direct. It's going to be 1v1 in our fullbacks there. Núñez got the pace, got that really ability just to get inside. You know what I mean, with that pace and energy that he's got. Obviously, Jota, very good hold up play. Can really connect with both Luis and what's it called, Núñez, in order to create that synergy, and then he's able to then come inside and shoot the ball into the back of the net, and which is a great ability that he does have for sure. So again, Jota is usually scores against us actually, and ironically, so got to be someone that we have to look at for sure if you're the defense for Chelsea Football Club, of course. Now, I think the other thing, obviously, to consider, obviously, the midfield. So, Botzlai set to come back. McAllister, so it's going to be a good midfield battle with ours in terms of, I believe, Enzo and Caicedo for sure. There's going to be a very good battle there indeed. In terms of, obviously, fullbacks, obviously, we know what Trent brings to the table. He's a very accurate long balls, very good at free kicks. But again, defensively, we can probably get him again. That's somewhere where you can really attack and try to, beat. Obviously, the centre backs of Van Dijk and Konate can be get at, man. Again, yes, Van Dijk has had a very good season, but of course, if you play well, if you play smart, you can get a Van Dijk, you can get a Konate, and be able to do a good job against them. I think, if I'm not mistaken, that Robertson is still not fully fit, so you're probably going to be expecting the Ramsey kid for Liverpool to be playing. So you should probably be expecting that to be the case at the end of the day. So definitely someone to definitely be looking at. But he's been having sort of very good, bright performances. So we should take him as seriously as possible. Doesn't matter if they're youngster or not. These days, these young guys, man, they're just as good, if not as good, better than the current guys in the game. So we have to be obviously highlight on that. And I think Alisson's back, if I'm not mistaken. He did play in the last game, of course. Now, I'm going to obviously give you what I think the lineup for Liverpool will be. So this is the lineup that I would probably be expecting them to play, and what I believe they will play indeed. So obviously, in goal you will have Alisson, Van Dijk, and Konate will be a two centre backs. Trent will be back on the right back, and then I think actually Joe Gomez will probably be the left back actually in this game. I wouldn't be surprised. I'm not surprised. Joe Gomez probably will have that. Then I think you have a midfield three of Szoboszlai, McAllister, and Szoboszlai, McAllister, and I think Curtis Jones will probably be the three. Or if they're trying to go a bit more attacking, then you put on Gravenberch. But I probably would say that it's going to be Szoboszlai, McAllister, and Curtis Jones as your three. And then you have a front three of Darwin on the left, Darwin on the left. I keep on getting his name wrong, man. Luis Diaz, of course, on the right, and then I think, of course, the guy in the middle will be Diogo Jota. Obviously, he may put on Gakpo on the left instead, and do maybe Gakpo on the left, Luis Diaz on the right, and then you put Thingy up front. But I think what I said before, which is Jota, Núñez, I think he will be, and Luis will be the one. So that's what's going to be for Liverpool. Now let's move on to the blue side, the real side, the Chelsea side. Actually, I wanted to start off with some breaking news that obviously it seems that That my boy Nicholas Jackson is going to be on the bench for Liverpool. It looks like if all our travel thing situation goes all according to plan, that's according to Nathan Gislin and Maurizio Pochettino. So that looks like it's going to be happening, and that he's definitely for sure going to be on the bench. I think the other thing that's going to be a bunch of good news for the fans and everyone else around the world is going to be that none other than Nkunku back, Gusto back too, which is going to be very good. I think Nkunku is going to be on the bench, but I wouldn't be surprised if Gusto starts. Of course, I think Gusto will start the game. Of course, for Chelsea again, good. This is a good competition. We know what we drew them last time at Stamford Bridge. Probably going to be the same, knowing how every Liverpool Chelsea game goes. But I think listen, this is going to be a good game, very competitive at the end of the day, and. Listen, man, we can listen. We against the big teams, we've shown we're able to handle them, be able to do what we need to do to win the game. So listen, man, I'm not too worried about that at all, in my personal opinion. So here we go. I think for me with Chelsea, in terms of the back line, I think Chilwell will most definitely start. So I think we'll have Chilwell and Gusto on either side, and then I think the back two will probably be Thiago Silva and Disasi. Will be your two. Obviously, Petrovic will still be in goal, and that will be your back four. And then, obviously, Enzo and Caicedo will be your two midfielders. Gallagher probably will be playing this game as the number 10. And then you will have a three of course, in my opinion, because of the fact that we're also hearing that Broha may be on the move to Fulham. I don't think he'll he'll travel. So what I think will happen will be Palmer up front. You will then have Sterling on the right, and then I think on the left, Sterling on the left, and then you have Madueke on the right. Sorry, that's what's gonna happen, and I think Modric's gonna be benched for this game too. And again, this is probably because of the fact that again Broha's not gonna be available. I think Nkunku's probably gonna be fit for the bench, and then you can probably bring him and Jackson on later on in the game, 60th, 70th minute if you're chasing the game and looking for a goal tomorrow. So that's probably the smart thing to do if you're Chelsea Football Club at the end of the day as well. So. Listen, man, we need to play smart, play fast, and play with our minds, innit? Play with our heads. Simple as that, really, in my personal opinion. Now, in terms of the result, I think Chelsea, can get a result here. Listen, I know a lot of people may not believe so, but I actually think we can win this game 1-0, in my opinion. Chelsea, I'm going for Chelsea 1-0 in this game. I believe that will be the case. I believe in the team. I think, obviously the change in forms happened, and I can see that being the case at the end of the day. So, listen, man, I'm bigging up the team. I'm backing my team. I'm backing my players. So listen, man, guys, don't let me down, man. Listen, we're known party crashers. We crashed Arsenal's party in terms of when it was Wenger's final season. We will do it again with Mr. Klopp. You know what I mean? We will do it again with Mr. Klopp in this game and in the Carabao Cup final too. So hey, listen, man, love and trust, man. You know what I mean? The Chelsea badge. We know, man. We good at this, man. We're party poopers. We're crashers. We do the crashing like no other team can do it. You know what I'm saying to you? We do it like no other. So hey. Love and trust on that one still. But as usual, guys, that's been the video. Thanks as always for subscribing. Thank you for getting to 1.01k subscribers too. Been a real pleasure as always. Thank you very much, and I'm very humbled indeed. As always, please continue to like, share, subscribe. I've been your host, the most of Bridge 258. Dedicate your hearts, and as always, please make sure to stay blue.